So, guys, welcome back after a long time, at least 3 weeks. Uh, just like in last session, we did all yoga kriyas, all means as many we could do. We'll do a discovery process, rediscover what we discussed, right from importance of knowing who am I and what is truth, what is happiness, real happiness, relative happiness, and various topics we covered. So we'll start first of all with our Omkar, by Omkar, Dharana. I'll also explain you why do we do Dharana. So final goal is that we need to find that ultimate permanent happiness, which is my natural property. But it's not so easy. I'm like I can't just say that okay, go to market and buy this sabji. It is not that simple that go and experience yourself. This is something which we have not been doing. We have been used to doing or understanding life differently. So to make it simpler, step by step, we go to a process where we can at least separate ourselves from the external thoughts, be able to concentrate more. Dharana is a chain of thoughts. One thing linked to another thing. So, like if you create a link list and story, you can remember a large number. So, there was a number, long number, 10 to 13 digits. It's a set of cards. And how we were told to remember was 384 years back, there was one queen. So that was queen as a card. Her age was 64. She had two kids. So once that is done, so the magic I used to show as a child. But now because there is a story linked to it, it fits in my mind. What we are doing in Dharana is we are taking a guided tour. In a guided tour, there is a lesser chance of getting diverted. If I tell you that close your eyes, don't think of an elephant. Elephant सोच के कुछ भी सोचो. Try doing it. Because you don't have to think about elephant ka thought, so you'll definitely get that. So dharana is useful for setting stage for finding your soul. Now, how, why, when we'll get to that. Let's start with Omkar first. Straight on your posture. Exhale. Shant. Pitch dark. But I feel my existence very distinctly and clearly. Just me and nothing else. And when I say me, it was just me. I did not think of I had 30, 32 teeth, 2 years, nothing. Just me. The boundary walls of the temple, that is the shape and size of my body. Light is, diya is lighted, filling the whole Garbhagriha with divine, mild, golden light. You need to feel the light in every corner. Here you can think of your body parts like ears, hair, nose, this whole shape till my toes, top to toe, uniformly distributed, divine, calming light. And of course, from the corners of universe, I am clearly experiencing my existence. Otherwise, we would not be talking. With eyes closed, I am seeing all this. I'm being able to light a lamp and see light and hear sound. So obviously, I'm doing something, and not from these machine parts like my eyes, ears, and all that. So I am experiencing the knowledge, feeling calm, and for now, take it for granted that pure bliss, happiness, joy is the true nature of my pure self. So I'm feeling the existence, consciousness, absolute calm, knowledge, and bliss. So, where did we start? Does anyone remember? We started with the point that every life wants to be happy. We agreed that we are doing this course to find true happiness, true, lasting, independent happiness. And we decided we'll go this course in a logical manner. So, let's go to an objection where people say there is nothing like life, like the case of that scientist who said, uh, it's like computer, once the parts are over, then nothing is remaining. There's nothing like rebirth. There's no life as such, no separate. This is all just machine. If he was just machine, why was there so much desperation to connect his parts to something, to to give his uh, knowledge to others, to elongate his life for longer? Whose life was he extending? Machine's life? Was machine desperate to increase machine's life? Not possible. Why would machine have that thought? It definitely was not programmed that way. And if it was programmed by whom? So, so here we are going to assume that we exist. If we don't accept we exist, then there is no point in discussing this. So we exist in this. We also took examples like if we don't exist, I mean, and we are just a body, then I showed that intuitively, when a newborn child knows that he needs to go for milk, and automatically, it doesn't have to be told that trained what are the steps, step one, step two, step three, take this position and then drink milk. No. So there are some of the things built in. That's why built in, I have a belief that I am something. Because like a table is cut, I say bigger part is here, smaller part is there. I never say when a hand, finger, nail, ear, anything is cut. I won't say that there is a part of me there, part of me here. When a heart replacement is done, I would say a part of me lives in that fridge where this part was removed. No, part is removed, that part is replaced. I don't own it. It's not mine, it's not part of me. So I intrinsically know I am something else apart from the body. We took example of mobile phone because he had taken example of computer, which is a much older technology. Single tier he was thinking. Here we are thinking of multiple tier. A mobile phone breaks down. Has to be thrown. You can't do anything. Do people commit suicide? They die. They feel everything is finished. They cannot make a call after that. Does that happen? They log into a new mobile, put the same SIM in the or same number SIM in the new mobile, uh, log in from their Microsoft, Google, WhatsApp, what all accounts. Again from there. Because it is stored somewhere else. Maybe this stored somewhere else is something to do with karma theory. We'll come to that in the next session when I'm back in India. Okay, so now you'll see that there is a variety. If I have done badly in my life and I don't cannot afford, I may take a dumb mobile where I can't access much of my information. My HD videos cannot be played in that screen. Okay, or some mobiles may not even have that video playing capacity. It is completely dumb in that visual area. You can just make and hear and make calls. There are some pages where that same number can go and where only text can come and go. While someone can go into smart or ultra smart or AI based uh, mobile phone. AI you must have heard about. How did you guys find out that greeting? Okay, greeting wordings, I don't have doubt. I've created it with thought, taking that Dhaneshwar's words that what he thinks is a Diwali for yogis. But the picture, I fell in love with that picture. It was a beautiful picture, but it was not created by my design team. It was me and AI tools, a few discussions, and this picture emerged. I explained that there was a saint who was young at the age of 16, he died. What kind of expression he had, what kind of beliefs he had. Based on that, this picture was created by AI. So one may get human life, one may get an insect life, or whatever as the next life, but one logs into another hardware, that is for sure. Sometimes what happens is that number is stagnant till after a few months it starts. Yes, there are stagnant forms of life also, which are zero level, where nothing happens. You'll find these things in ancient books. So we had to start with, first of all, like, okay, we are talking of who am I, but first of all, importance of knowing who am I. We took an example where mother was holding a round baby, showering. Looking at her expression, you can see that the shower of love is falling on the baby. True love. What can be more true love than mother's love? Okay. And we saw the fictitiousness of even that love because the moment she came to know that was not her baby, it was dropped. I mean, like nobody's cruel to drop a baby, but dropped from her mind. The link was just delinked, like a machine gets delinked. And I find it, even though I know I have created this example, but I find it so amazing that people talk of true love and everything, and the moment they come to know this is not mine, it is dropped. And now the baby who she thought was right, all love goes to that. The other baby is forgotten. She was fortunate after 10 years, if they would have done a DNA test. No, 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 your brother was wrong. That was your actual baby. Then how much confusion would be created? Okay. So, mm, so we decided that What is most important is who am I and what is mine. This whole game is of what is mine. And I want to do good to what is mine. The whole running, whole selfish game is about me and mine. The moment it is not mine, I give another example because I see a lot of hatred, anger based on religion, something related to facts and something related to fiction. It is so easy to stoke religious hatred and something like that. Hatred is a more powerful emotion than love. It's so easy to make people go for, I tell people that I want to build a school for poor people and donate. It's a religious work. And I'll build temple also. I may get 10 lakh rupees as a donation. I say, look, that guy has taken over, is taking over our temple. We need to fight. We will fight till last drop of our blood, and I'll get 100 crores as donation. So hatred is a stronger emotion. So the example I had created was I asked people who were talking so strongly about not just religion, very intelligent people, highly educated, settled in USA, became US citizens, maybe started drinking, eating all kinds of stuff, including possibly beef. Some people I know who have graduated to that, but still carrying that pride for religion. What religion they don't know, what are the principles they don't know, but that pride they're stuck to, and hate for some other religion. So I again created this exchange theory. That's our what you call the trump card. I said that suddenly you come to know after 50 years that you were exchanged and some others were your parents and they were parents from the religion you hate. Will you drop your parents after 50 years? Will you drop your religion after 50 years? I am sure when the child was small, it was okay. After 50 years, I don't think you'll drop your parents. The other guys you may meet and whatever, but they're still strangers. So I said that acquired relation and acquired philosophy after thinking, discussing, and whatever, and reading is more vital than inherited. Then why are we giving so much importance to which religion you have been born into? Because if the moment you come to know you are not born in that religion, you are not changing your religion again. Because now you have formed your thoughts and you are really sure about those thoughts. So, so this was kind of sidetrack, but point is that me and mine. Now, coming to happiness, we said that anyone would think, anyone should ask. I had asked two people who were telling me, Gyan, that then when one has food, one has sex, one gets child, newborn baby at home, they're elated, they feel happy. Is that not happiness? So here I had created one hypothetical story. A person who is I'll have some breaks because I have a bad headache. It's cold. One question you may have: how can a yoga teacher fall sick? Because for a month, if you are not following any yam, you have different day and different times at different places, and no correct control over diet because you are at different people's place. You cannot have command. Somewhere it is ultra cold, then it snows, then it rains. So yeah, we are not complete, so it can fall sick. Okay, so child is born in a jail. Tall walls of the jail or from all sides sees nothing except sky, those walls, and whatever is inside the jail. For that child, that is the universe. He has not seen, right? What is our concept of universe? What we know is our universe. In one session, we discussed that my most important existence is my current state of knowledge. Do you remember? If anyone doesn't, please let me know. I'll repeat that example.
Can you revise that, sir, please?
Yeah?
Can you revise that example again, if
Yeah.
you don't mind?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Some people could have missed also, right? So I gave a challenge to people. I told them that this whole universe was created 1 hour back. And I say, I'm 100% sure. There is nothing existing before that. Try and disprove. So people give examples that, but we had a session 3 weeks back. Someone said, my age is so much, my passport is stamped on so and so date. I have a book, 1,000-year-old book in my temple. There is clearly, you can make out by carbon dating that the age is so old. The pages are torn. I have my grandmother's photo here and their dates on the frame. And to all these questions, I give the same crazy answer. I say, yeah, true. The book looks so old. The photos were there. You have memories of your childhood. Your parents tell you your childhood stories. But when the world was created 1 hour back, it was created in that stage, and you were created in those with those memories. The book was created in that old state. Whatever you do, you will not be able to prove that whether the world was created infinite time back or some time back or 1 hour back. Impossible, because if I take a theory, so if I give you a computer which already has uh, older date files, okay, but it's a new computer, I've created it that way. You'll think that this computer is an older computer, right? So that way the whole universe was created, I'm saying. So there's a lot of thinking on this one does, and then one realizes that my God, there's no way to disprove this. So this shows us that what is my existence. I don't know whether I was created now or what. My most important existence is my current state of knowledge. I know this, so that is true for me. I know my grandparents were there. I know this was there. All this is part of my knowledge. My most important state of existence is my knowledge. This is what we came to. So, if not clear, you can ask me again, because this is the last session. So I am flexible by a few minutes. So the child is born in that. Now, I'd given the example very fast, but I'll elaborate it a little more here. So, what is the best experience, happiest moment is that noon time when their food plate comes. Is it the best of food? No. But that's the best that they know. He waits because since night he's hungry. Because I had explained that his normal appetite is 4 roti, let's say, 4 breads. And what he's given is 2 rotis or 2 breads, let's say. So, by night he starts feeling hungry. That pain is there. Morning he starts waiting. That anxiety is there. No, I'm going to get food, and he gets his food. He eats one, he eats second, and the plate is removed from his hands. This is the routine experience. Evening time, what he hates most is he gets 10 lashes. Lashes is like chabuk on his back. He bends down, it swells, it burns there, it's painful. He says. Initially, he screamed a lot. Later on, he became little immune, but that pain, and he's counting 1, 2, 3. 10 minutes, I'm going to get relieved. Imagine yourself in the situation. You are going to count that. That is going to be the pain. And relief on the 10th. At 8th also, you are feeling good. Now only 2 are remaining. So, one day what happens is, he takes 2 rotis, he eyes third roti, but he knows he's not going to get it. And third roti is dropped in his plate. He feels so nice. He eats that. He thinks, maybe I'm too lucky. He looks for fourth, but the plate is taken out. So he's not fully satisfied. But today he thinks he's the happiest person in this whole universe. For him, that was the universe. That is the state of his knowledge boundaries. I'll give an example of a person in coma who knows nothing. For him, the rest of the world does not exist. You poke him, you pinch him, you make a joke at him. There is all that thing doesn't exist for him. So, evening time, now he bends, he's counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's waiting after 5. See, why are they not finishing me? Let me get out of this pain as early as possible. 6 doesn't come and they say, okay, now you go. Again, he's so elated. Actually, he's been beaten, he is in pain, but he's happy that he is not been hit 5 more times. This is something comparable to what we think as happiness because that is not permanent. Getting something gives me happiness. When I lose it, I get unhappy. When I fear, I may lose it. So I have seen people who are in plus jobs, very good, millions salary. They are, and then they hear that in their office there is uh, they are going to sack some people. Who are those some people? Now he starts going daily. He starts sitting till 9 o'clock at night. He doesn't want to be that 10% who is going to be sacked. So he was never sacked in all his career, but still this fear. So one is actual loss when you feel unhappy, and fear of loss also is making you unhappy. So similarly, this person who was in jail, one day he is freed, looks at the sky, looks at mountains. He has options: mountains, valleys, rivers, sea. He can go left, right, up, down, anywhere. He can eat whatever he wants. He can pluck fruits. He can go to a restaurant and eat different kind of food. And he says, "Hey, this is freedom. I am not bound. Nobody is deciding what am I going to eat. Nobody is saying that you need to be beaten so many times. This freedom is true happiness. That was a relative happiness to a more pain to less pain. I felt as a happiness. I think I have made it fairly clear. But if not, you can please ask me.
So what are we trying to understand here? The happiness is relative or from bad situation, slight improvement feels happiness. So I mean, this is
No,
again
no.
external.
So it's a feeling of so when you take painkiller and you feel better after that, are you not feeling better? Of course you are feeling better. That's not I'm not saying they are untrue. I'm not saying any other meditation systems have no use. They have some use. But if you want a permanent solution to the problem, root cause, that I know that it's not the head muscles, I put balm here. Hey, but the problem is your acidity in your stomach. That's causing the headache. Okay, so when you want to actually find the truth, that is where we are trying to explore. That is how we started our journey. Okay, so we took another very interesting example, the example of ice cream. You can take another example. And I had missed telling something in our earlier sessions. I will cover that. So we also took example of a person who has had a stomach full of good food. He taking a glass of juice, and someone who is tired, walked 10 kilometers, very thirsty, he getting that juice. The level of happiness is different. So the happiness was not depending on what quality the juice was. It was to do with your condition. Okay, so similarly, you can definitely conclude that the money you get, the joy you get, the sex you get, the food you get may make you feel like getting happiness, but it is not true happiness. And then we came to this story of ice cream where you are having ice cream. Okay, how do you know it is ice cream? We said that a dharma of any uh, properties of any object is something which defines that. If I tell you that this is a horse, you will say horse is a living being. Okay, I'll say okay. Then I'll take a cockroach and say this is a horse. You'll say no, it's an animal with 4 legs. So I bring a dog. You'll say no, this is this quality. This is what we did. That we have to know as many qualities of soul as clearly as possible, so as to be able to find it. Okay. So anything is so I recognize ice cream because it is sweet, because it has a particular. So I say this is chocolate ice cream. It has the chocolate flavor, and it is cold because sweet and hot. I would call it hot chocolate. So yeah. So one enjoys that. He, which chocolate do you like most? Chocolate ice cream. Okay, which ice cream? You are given one scoop, fine. Second scoop, fine. Third scoop, you think, hey, is it my lucky day? I'm getting so much ice cream. Fourth, now you don't enjoy so much. Fifth, you are satisfied. It did not give you any joy. Sixth was a pain. Seventh is being forced. And you say, at least change the flavor. How do you know the flavor? Because flavor was one of the properties you could recognize. 8, 9, 10. Now you are crying. You are saying, give me chili, but don't give me ice cream. Now you are still saying it is ice cream. Why are you not calling it carrot or chili? Because you don't like it. No, because you are still recognizing it by its properties. So those properties were its actual. So if I want to experience sweet taste, I need to test something which is sweetness is its property. If I want rose smell, then someone gives me a golden plate. I'm not going to get rose smell. I have to experience an object of which that rose smell is the property. So I uh, forgot to tell you that ice cream has a property. So if I put ice cream in my ear, am I going to get the same experience? No. So ice cream I experience with this machine called a testing machine, my tongue. Music I hear by a machine called my ear. A beautiful thing I see colors and all that, rainbow by my eyes. So these are different things from which we experience this. So for rose, I need to see something, either a rose attar or some perfume or actual rose, which has perfume. There are roses without perfume also, but we're talking about the rose perfume. Okay. So then, if I really want happiness, what do I need to experience? I need to experience an object of which actual property is happiness, which is your own pure soul. Anytime you experience, taste it. So now the where was I? Yeah. No, we said that ice cream has to be tasted by tongue. I can put it in my nose, or rose I cannot put it in my ear and I get the smell. So it has to be. So what is it that I use to experience this pure self for this pure happiness? This is something I had missed in earlier sessions. Not we have enough. We don't even have enough time. Like, I mean, now this is something which is not experienceable by these five senses. This is to be experienced by the soul itself. Now, how do you do that? Now, this is completely a new experience, new way of life, which is pretty difficult. So, we do all this jamela of pranayam, discussion, understanding who am I, and dharana, and the experiments, and then someday. So, how it would happen? So, I'd give an example. You are given a task. You are left in a jungle. And I say, go find kakakua, a bird called kakakua. Some of you may be knowledgeable, they know kakakua, but assume you don't know. You say, come on, how can I find kakakua? I mean, what is it? How does it look? Is it small, big? I need to know something. So I say, yeah, it's black. Is that sufficient information? So necessary and sufficient information, complete information is required. Because I may catch a crow saying that this is the kakakua, and there may be 25 other species which may be black. So they say that no, it's a black bird, but which stays on tall trees. Now my numbers are limited. And then when a specific information is given that, and it talks like human being. Now you have something sufficient. Now you know most other birds would not have this, and then you have a chance of finding it. Some people may be lucky in first day they'll find a kakakua. Some may wander for 2-3 weeks and then they'll find kakakua. This is what happens when I am fully prepared to experience self after understanding who am I, fully be convinced who am I, what are my properties, all properties. Because there'll be saints, there'll be semi saints, fake saints who will say that Atma is this and that, and a partial information. There was a very famous orator, very famous guru, who said meditation is like a opening of lotus, a smooth process. Yes, but what is it? And what is the experience? If you give half information, most probably you don't know, and 100% I will not be able to find out. So that is where getting a complete information is important. Now, we said karma decides what next mobile you are going to get, correct? Whether it's going to be a smartphone or a dumb phone or a broken second-hand phone. So, karma theory we have not covered. We'll most probably do it next and next sessions. But for now, what we'll do is I'll tell you the process of finding and why are we choosing this particular process of finding. So there is a dark room, dark area, 20 kilometers by 20 kilometers, massive area. You have to go and find out a source of light. To find something, first of all, I require light, but I want to find, this is how finding soul and self-experience is difficult. Why it is so difficult is you are finding, and for finding the light is required is not there. The light is required for finding the light, right? So you are going blind. Blindly, if you just go on roaming around, this life, whatever you do, there is a limitation to life. Whoever may claim whatever, there hasn't been a mythological character or any kind of character who has escaped this death, this change of one mobile to another mobile, one life to another life. So at this span, I want to find out that light. Why? Because if I don't do right karmas, people say that my next life may be an insect or some bad life or some place called hell, or we don't know. So I may be, if I become a mosquito, will I be able to think, am I doing right or wrong and what is right? And let's try to find true happiness. Not a chance. So how will I decide my next life? Then I am enough free fall. I don't know whether I'll again get this human life where I can think. So I want to find in this very lifetime, I want to find the light. Luckily, I have some people who are whispering in my ears. They say that do this, do this. Go to him, he will uh, go to God, our God, okay, and then you will find solace. I have found that most people who have accepted that do not find solace. They are still unhappy, struggling, in stress, needing drugs and alcohol to calm down their nerves. So dependent, so you can say. Then they give examples. No, we are like puppets at the hand of the god and something like that. So they feel puppets. So I reject that theory. And there are so many others which are illogical. I would go on rejecting them, which are obviously. Then I find 4, 5. They seem logical. So I take them. Then I start going deeper. And then as I go deeper, I may find fallacy in something. I remove that, or I try to experience, but I do not get the true happiness. Then I try another. So now I have limited 3, 4 paths that you go straight, turn left, do this, do that, touch down, go down, you'll find out object, you may find light. So 4, 5 of them seem logical. Very important thing I forgot to mention was one of the most important things we did was completely denouncing blind faith. While almost everybody of you have been told that keeping faith is most important. And I gave a clear example that there are, let's say, five guides in jungle. They say, come with me, I'll show you heaven. Or others will lead to a valley, you will fall and die. But the other guy also is saying same. The third is saying same. Fourth is saying same. So a thing as logical as Advait philosophy, for example, I am not going to talk pro or against it. Okay. We will go only by our logical way in our course. I'm just taking it for example. That it's fairly logical discussion in which there is a Keval Advait and Vishisht Advait. One book says that other guy is dumb, he doesn't understand basic logic. There are fallacies. While the other guy also is saying same. When situation is like this, when there are 400 people who are saying my way is right, you want to take one way, you cannot do blindly. There's a high chance that out of 400, 200 are outright lying. 150 may be not lying, but they themselves are not knowing the reality. Among 50, many may be right in theory, but they have not experienced it. So I do not see that conviction, that happiness on their face. So I will have to find out with open eyes. There is no alternative to doing that. Now you do all this. Why do I do all this? Because once I actually find and uncover that light, now my discovery of light is done. This is going to be carried to the next life. There is no way I can get a life where I cannot see the light. So my path will go to the highest level automatically. I call it reservation of moksha ticket. That if you experience yourself, if you find the light within, then you have got it. This what path, which way, how you go, we'll figure it out. There was a big debate in my IIT meditation that they were saying that they took two examples. One religion believes every soul gets merged into Brahman, one super soul. Another religion said that no, every soul becomes God, but is an individual soul. There is no merger. Because merger, from merger, avoid demerger, so they have their own logic. We don't want to get into that. I could have gone to that logic, but instead I asked them, that have you gone close to that? Have you found true happiness in yourself? Let's find that first. That is common at least. Okay, all these 3, 4 top philosophies in India believe that that body is not me, that there can be a permanent true happiness, that there can be complete knowledge, past, future, present. So, so have you gone to that? After going to that, then find out whether you are going to get merged or you are going to go separate. Why are you fighting today when you have not even tried first step? So there is a temple with 100 steps, 99 steps. After 99th, do I go right or left is the question. People are discussing, they have not even climbed first step. So we avoid these religions, and because religion associates pride. We avoid all that and we just focus on me, my happiness. That's it. What religion has done is has been a tool for political or manipulation where people can be forced into hating each other. So, so my favorite exchange theory, the child being exchange, I use that. And hate is a much stronger emotion. I've seen this. That I say that I want to uh, for our religion. Okay, I'm again doing it for religion. For poor people. I want to make a school. I may get 10 lakh rupees as a donation after begging everywhere. I say, look, that particular caste is trying to take over our temple. We'll fight till last blood of our life, of our body. We cannot let it go. Yeah.
एक मिनट है
Yeah, we'll not let it go. And I have seen that people give 100 crores as a donation. So it is easier. And so that is being used. So I had and many of you might have some thoughts about different religions. Use this example to kill that negative thought. After 50 years of life, you find suddenly that a proof that there was an exchange in hospital and you were actually a child of the religion you hated most. When the child was small, the exchange was easy. Now, is the exchange easy? Are you going to drop your parents and go to the older, the biological parents? Are you going to drop your religion and take that religion you hated most? You will not. This proves that what I acquired with my own logical thinking over the years, the relations that I found on my own, are more important than inherited thoughts, inherited religion, and inherited uh, parenthood. If that is true, then why should we hate someone based on what he is inherited from? One can do your like or hate based on the actual behavior of an individual. We cannot just make it by the religion. Okay, this is my thought. And use this example to think whether it is right or not. So that is where we decided to leave religion aside and focus on pure self. Self is and finding true happiness. Once you find true happiness, shouldn't we become a good human being? You cannot remain a bad human being and find true happiness. Because once you find true happiness, for bad human being, you have to have wrong thoughts about happiness and then you have to go for it and trouble others. Okay, so any questions thus far? I know all topics are not covered. We took some other interesting topics also. We took was the world do we have anything in our hands or is it everything fixed? That is something which is a much bigger discussion that goes much deeper in the the advanced course. Did anyone ask something? Okay, so any questions so far? So I am taking all these efforts. We are jointly taking all these efforts so that we create that ability of self, being able to experience self. Once that is done, you have made it. My travel agency takes booking for moksha. Okay, I can say. Yeah. No questions? Should we move to Shavasan?
Sir, I have a question.
Yeah.
Sir, like in one of the examples that you said, that a child is born with the basic instinct, like, the child doesn't need to be taught uh,
Correct.
where to find milk, which is the,
Correct.
like, first step, second step, or whatever.
Hmm.
Then don't you think that like, human life would have been much more easier if there was an inbuilt instinct or a feeling in the human life right from the time when the child reaches a particular age or something, that the ultimate aim of life is to find the self? Why isn't there an inbuilt instinct?
Correct. That is where somebody created the word theory fails. If somebody created, then he could have created it very nicely. We don't know why it is there. The word has been there. So it's like why gravity is there, I cannot question, it's there. So unfortunately, it is not there that way. When you come to karma theory, is the karmas which cover my true knowledge and then but why one is born with karmas? Is again that question stays. Why is it that way? Beyond my reach as of now. Like I have accepted gravity. This is what is the physics of the world. It's a very good question. I have asked this question to many people. But
Could it
the thing
be
is,
explored in a way that we are distracted so much so we don't really look for the clarity? As
No,
we
what
grow,
what
lot of
happens is,
thoughts, we accumulate thoughts, and then we start looking at, I want to become a driver, engineer. So we want to do everything.
no,
So
no,
we
that is
lose track of
decided
that.
by external forces and the sanskar and the kind of imprint that you get, and possibly something from previous life also. Because why did I start thinking at the age of 9? What is this? Why did I get scared when I thought that Earth is created from sun created from what? What is the end to it? This infinity looks bhayanak. Okay. I believe, just like when I see some small child having extraordinary singing capabilities by birth, I feel that the preparation started previous life. I feel that it also depends on what we have carried from previous life. What you have recorded, you have made some records in previous life, let's say. Okay. Those records, if they are bad music and screeching sounds, when I play them, we are going to, that's how the karma theory works. And when it's beautiful music, I'll hear beautiful music. So, but many times it is driven by, so you find that in Indian schooling, they prepare people for doing job. And possibly this side of American schooling, they're encouraging you for entrepreneurship. That you start. Well, things in school, I was not even thinking about it. Everyone told us, get good marks, you'll get good job. So getting good, so your minds are prepared by so many things. Your parents tell you that no, you have to keep getting. Where did you see in from childhood till now that money is directly not related to happiness? Most people assume that and are working that way. I give a nice car example. Why it is relative? That Maruti 800 or let's say Nano, which failed because people thought that it is the lowest status car. It was the cheapest car. In India, people buy car for status. Who wants to buy the cheapest car? And people will say, oh, you have that rickshaw. Okay. They don't see it as utility. But that Nano has air conditioner. And some 150 years back, the king who was going in chariot was waiting and he had 3, 4 people uh, using fan on him. Okay. And still not comfortable. Still, people were jealous that they wanted to have that chariot and that life of a king. They did treachery. They killed the king to try and get the throne. So this shows that how much and what you have has nothing to do with directly. Okay, not having can give pain. That's for sure, and you need painkiller. Having food is not necessarily a true happiness, but not having food is definitely a pain. Okay, I'm not questioning that. Why? Again, because our machine is made that way, and a machine you get that kind of machine which has more pain when the karmas are. So we are not going to get into karma theory right now. That's a separate session altogether. But your question was that we keep running. We keep running because one thing is we are not taught to think openly. And some people like me are rebellious, and whatever is taught, I want to think on my own way. So nobody taught me that I need to go to an unknown valley and explore it without fear, whatever happens. Okay, that's something. So some people would have that in natural, you can say DNA or whatever, the karmic structure. But if the education has some basic fundamentals and is taught not as religious pride, but as a science, that what was not convincing in all that we have discussed. Doesn't everyone want happiness? Is there something wrong with this assumption? No. Everything we discussed was pretty logical according to me. If not, you can question me. So this thing, if taught in school, then there will be more people who will be interested in this. And to the other lady's question, where why world is like that? Sadly, it is true. It's like that. Why there is so much pain? Why is there so much murder? Hundreds, thousands of people are getting butchered because one political hero wants to win an election. Okay. And this happens. And if there is a creator, then he's watching and having fun. No, I'm not going to accept that. Because if I want creator, I want creator to be a nice creator. Do you want to say that there is a creator, but who is so evil, kind of pervert that he lets rapes happen and keeps watching? No. So the universe was created theory.
Hello.
Yeah. Yeah.
The answer is clear in the Bhagavad Gita, the last chapter, 18th. Ishvara sarva bhut Hriddesha Arjun Tishtati Brahmayan Sarva Bhutanam Yantra Rudhani Mayaya. It is Maya which keeps all the human beings flirting around in the
From
external
where
and then
in
don't
our
go
logical
within.
discussion, where did Maya come? Explain to me this logically. Okay, I mean, I'll show you people in every
In our
religion
discussion, we
using this
are
kind of
always
rhetoric.
taught then who am I? You are traveling inside, inner journey, right? It is taught, it is
So
from
then we
session
assume that
one,
Maya
right?
is there. If everything is assumed, then boss don't have judiciary. Let reps happen. Maya. Okay, let's not fight for justice. Even the writer of Bhagavad Gita, I do not want to use religious book names or shlokas, which I know fairly well of multiple religions, but I do not want to. But still, I am saying the writer himself fought for justice. Why? Why fight for justice? Maya hai. So, so someone created theory I cannot accept because someone created why this way. Maya, why? Why Maya was created? Somebody created Maya, right? Or Maya was always there. If Maya was always there, I'm saying that's what the whole universe was like this. It's like this. It's this physics. It works that way. There is no someone else who has to do. So I gave, I think, example that there is a iron ball,
But that's
steel. Yeah.
the Maya is the energy, Shakti of that self itself, right?
Then why so much evil? Or there is nothing evil? Do we accept that there is nothing evil? Accept everything as it is? Then why the whole uh, story of religion is based on fighting for justice? Think logically. I'm not giving my opinion. I'm not uh, saying. I haven't said anything against any rich religion. Some arbitrary offshoots of philosophies, I may have named them and disproved them, but I would not do this. There are pretty deep philosophies in Indian roots, and that is where I say that okay, let's climb those 99 stairs and then see, explore whether it was created, or not. You find yourself, it's going to give you happiness. That I'm 100% sure I have done it. I see live example. I have seen saints who have done it, and that is where we can limit ourselves. What happens is, once you have that religious faith and pride, then you want to fight for it. You want to defend it. Once you want to defend it, your logic starts taking backseat, and then you'll accept everything. Now, maybe Maya is right. I don't know, but because I do not want to make a comment on religious topic. But someone says there's something else. Okay, there is Durga Shakti or something like that. And people will want to. So I asked a very interesting question once, that why is the statistic such that people born in a particular religion believe that religion to be true? Why haven't people found truth? Why people born in every religion has found gravity to be true? Why? About who am I? Answer is not same. Because there is blind faith that comes into picture. Just see the statistics. You'll see it yourself. Simple answer that science, everybody reaches to the same science. In spiritual things, 99.999% of people born in a religion want to follow that particular. That 0.01% wants to go behind Osho or something like that, which is completely other dimension altogether. So my thing is that my goal is to find true happiness. That booking, now that I have done the booking for moksha, let's say, and that moksha is based on the theory of Maya or based on theory of something else or heaven or whatever. Why bother about it? We know that once I have found light, this is something that carries to the next life, and I am happy. My happiness is not dependent. There is no chance that I am going to become a mosquito next life. I can control my ongoing thing, and my progress has started. So after doing a lot of debates and getting into
So
all
that
that,
awareness comes from same. The awareness comes from the same thing. Who am I? That is real I. Once you realize that real I,
and for
and
that, I want to keep your
that
logical eye
discrimination,
open.
if it comes, then it's just you have to think that I'm not body, I'm not this senses,
Don't
but
have to
I
think.
am the true.
You're logically convinced. No. You know, thinking and just repeating and doing japa has no meaning. Like there was a story where somebody was told to say Mara 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 and that became Ram Ram Ram. No, there's no truth in that story. You have to have that bhav, you have to have that correct understanding. So I have logically clearly known that, okay, if I was body, this wouldn't be the case. Okay. I've seen conservation principles that this me is going to be conserved. Now, this is logically understanding and believing, knowing all properties of Kakakua. That is the all properties of soul as much as I can know. And then in the dark, when I'm trying to search, I may actually get the experience. Some people may get it faster, some may get it, but you will get it if you are sincerely searching. How many of you have done Shavasana before?
Yes, without thoughts, just simply lying down after physical exercise or something. Yes,
No.
I have done.
Shavasana is not the easiest of asanas and one of the most powerful asanas because this is the only asana which is done by body and mind together. Okay, and it moves in direction of your spiritual achievement where you. So there are many ways of doing Shavasana that you can see it as a your soul is separate and just watching a dead body or so there was a system we were told by a psychology professor, some Western guy's system where you stiffen a single part of your body and then you relax it and all that. And I told her that why is this a new discovery? It's there in one type of Shavasana. So she said, oh, you are a religious proud guy. I said, no. Well, if it is true, then you should be open minded to accept that this was already there. Maybe that guy did not steal it. The guy found it on his own separately. But this has been existing and it was called Shavasana. So let's start. Shavasana has to be done in a horizontal posture. I'll go horizontal and once I start talking, I'll again get up because otherwise you will not get clear voice. Let me take it away so that you see my full body because that relaxation part has to be seen correctly. Okay. Slowly go down. Okay. So my legs are straight, right? Not fallen like this. Why are they straight? They are straight because who controls my mind? My brain is telling, sending a signal to keep them in it. It's a stress. This control is there. Okay. And then I just leave that control, it just falls asleep. You can see my legs are limp on side. So our control our body, we are going to take control and lose control. Similarly, about relations, ownerships, everything. If you can relax those controls, then you'll have same relaxation like Shavasana. Okay, so uh, hands are straight, no hands also fall limp. Uh, you can, if people have a round head, then you can go on one side, left or right, your choice. Left or right is your choice. One side, but it has to be relaxed, completely relaxed. If people have a stable, straight back of the head, then they can remain straight also. Of course, eyes have to be closed. Everything is relaxed. Okay. We have been relaxing body parts. Have we ever relaxed intestines, the stomach, the liver? So we do all that in this. Okay, now I relax my leg, but no, straighten them. Straighten your legs. You don't need to see this, but you are having your eyes closed, so I'll sit and explain. The lower part of legs, they are straight, touching the toes, touching each other, and make them so tight, full control. That they're trembling with that tension, muscular tension, and full focus only on my foot, the lower part of the foot. The fingers, the lower part of foot, the thing that my shoe covers. Right? Not immediately, but slowly you take. It becomes less tense, less tense, less tense. And then it falls dead, completely taken the control away. You feel that part is dead. You feel heaviness there. You know, if somebody gave you a hand or a leg of some other person, you feel heavy. Now that you are not controlling, it's not yours, you feel heaviness in your foot. Now your calf muscles and knees, completely tighten them. But your lower foot is relaxed. Not easy, but you'll have to do that. So you're focusing completely on your calf and knees. Ideally, you can do calf and then knee later, but we have time limitations. Slowly relax, relax, relax. Completely. You feel the heaviness. Your thigh muscles, tighten them. Completely tighten. You will tend to tighten your calf muscles, relax them. You have to separate this out. Only thigh muscles are tightened. You can combine thigh and hip muscles if you want. Let's do that. Let's finish it faster. Your whole mind, full focus is on this part. Take away a little bit of control. There is some tenseness still some tenseness, but little more relaxation, more relaxed, more relaxed, but completely relaxed. You feel the blood flowing away because it was all collected there to support your excessive tightening activity. You feel that part is whole of your two legs. Whose legs are they? Well, they're just lying there. Have absolutely no control. So your pelvic region. Okay, we have a practice of doing Ashwini Mudra. So yeah, you tighten that complete pelvic region. Your kidneys, intestines, that part of body, that part of stomach. It may pain, but you are still tightening it. Full focus in that. These body parts are surprised that you are giving a focus to them, specific focus to them. Full tightness. You're trying to see the structure, the folds of your intestines, the activity of your kidneys, the liver. Slowly relax, relax, completely good. They are on their own. They haven't felt so relaxed. In fact, they had mind, they would have thanked you. Move on to your navel region and the stomach. Stomach, that structure which is full of acid for digestion. Hold your mind's focus on that belly. What is inside? Complete tightness. This is an important source. This, when not fully working properly, affects whole body. And fully focusing on that. Slowly reduce the control. Still, my stomach muscles are a bit tight, but they are little more relaxed now. Little more, little more. Completely relaxed. See, half my body is just lying there. Chest, rib cage, heart, lungs, vital area. Tighten it. Tighten muscles. Can I tighten heart muscles? I don't know, but mentally I'm trying to do it. Can I tighten my lungs muscles? So these are voluntary things, you know. But no, my mind is very powerful. We'll use these techniques to cure so many diseases at our initial stage. Tighten the chest. And the internal organs. Heart is pumping harder. Lungs are breathing deeper. This is all in my control. That I am going to now release the control. Slowly and fully. Do the same about your back, spine, up to the neck. Not including neck. Tighten everything. All muscles. If you get pain, you can do a little bit of adjustment, but we need to do this exercise. Believe it or not, without any action, you'll build some muscles by doing the exercise. Think of the areas you had back pain. Tighten all the regions. No mercy to any parts. And slowly relax. Relax. Dead. They are dead weight. You're feeling the heavy weight of your back, chest. Clench your fingers, palm. Clench really hard. So that and your arm, everything is, you see the muscles throbbing. Your fist, wrists, forearms, everything completely tight. Loosen the control, fingers open, and then they fall limp. Your hand is completely limp while your body side. Feel the heaviness. Then forearm to your shoulders, this part, tighten the whole thing. Loose, start losing control. You're not losing control, you're leaving control. Losing control is like paralysis. This is much different. Just like I said, being alone is a sad thing. Being independent and understanding that oneness, aloneness is a powerful thing. completely relaxed. Tighten your neck. We have done it in Brahma Mudra, so it should not be new to you. Neck, throat, back of the neck. Relax slowly. Don't ever relax immediately. Then that's like losing control. Slowly, you are leaving the control. You have to understand that. Because you are still, the body, you are seeing it as dead, but I am existing. My existence is not going to go anywhere in all this. Now my jaw, teeth, and puff your mouth. All that is taste. That will cause some pressure on your ears also. Slowly, let the air go. Relax. Whose teeth, whose cheek are there? Make you see it as a dead part. Eyes, forehead. So squint your eyes, tightly close them. Use your muscles. Use your forehead muscles to tighten that part. Full focus on my eyes and forehead. Slowly, slowly start giving up the control. Completely relax. We have never given freedom to all these organs before. Now, think of your head, brain, and think of tensing them completely. Slowly relax. Think ever had you done this exercise and this exercise for this part of body. So to look at it, you are horizontal, there is no action, but there's so much inner action that has happened. And now, since everything is heavy, dead, you see it from above. You look at the body. You find it funny that I have been dancing around, doing everything right, wrong, just to keep this lump of body happy. Complete relax. Mind also is relaxed. Now you are going to relax your mind also and not think of anything. And slowly you will again be part of the body. But it will be rejuvenated body and mind. So try thinking of nothing. Open your eyes and slowly sit up.
This sitting up has to be after turning around on the one side. Otherwise,
Yeah, so comfortably, or you can slowly sit up by taking hands from both sides. Sudden sitting up can cause vertigo. So this also establishes us about our independence from body. Self that But this is great relaxation for every part of the body. Have you ever specifically tensed your brain side or your heart muscles? We have not done this. And this is definitely going to be appreciated by those organs and will be great for your health. Okay, so final Omkar, we can take questions. Unless there are questions about this process now. Final Omkar means the three you will do on your own the dharana. Exhale completely. Fill in. You are on your own in both meanings. While doing dharana, in dharana also you are on your own, alone. Feel the aloneness, the knower, the experiencer of happiness, the existence, the light. In this structure of the divine temple, the divinity that is pure me, completely stress free. Exhale. So, Nilesh, I have been through this. Initially, I was attracted to a guru and what she told. And initially, what happened was my attempt is to be wanting that to be true. That trap we have to escape. So, we don't absolutely no prejudice, no liking, disliking towards any religion, any philosophy. I want this for my truth. Yeah, that is something which will help. I'm not saying what you're following is it may be perfect also, but do not start with assumption that that is perfect. You find out that as perfect. So if Maya may be there, if Maya is told to you, you should question what Maya, why? Why is it like this? Then why not accept Maya? If Maya is accepted, then the questions I asked you, then why fight for justice? The reason for injustice is Maya, you are saying that. So, like, I do not want to disprove yours. My whole point is that relax this ownership of religion also. That you are tightly held to a philosophy, not your religion, I mean a particular philosophy. And then you relax it and explore it with open eyes. So we have so many theories which have been told to us. As I told you, some of them are fairly logical. Point is that over the ages, and we believe many of these greats have actually found themselves, but with time, there have been aberrations and corruptions. I have a separate study. I have proofs of how things got contorted. So in our IIT's yoga meditation group, there was someone who was taking lectures on what is that? Shatak, Niti Shatak. By I'm so tired that my mind is not working. But Ali, I'll just find out.
Could be Vairagya Shatak.
Then Vairagi Shatak, same guy. Bhartrihari. So no, even in my tired state, my memory was not bad. By Bhartrihari. Okay. So yeah, Vairagi Shatak, Niti Shatak, and Samadhi Shatak. There are I think 3 Shataks. So he was going through that. And in between, I said these 4 shlokas were not written by him. I can guarantee you. And I proved by previous and further link. Because you can't take a shloka in its. And then the guy said that yes, this is not 100, there are more than 100, and some were inserted later on. So this is something which is going to happen. And this is so vital for me, for my so many lives of my happiness, that I do not want some belief and love for some belief to become a hindrance in that. So I need to keep the story of Bhartrihari. I'll tell you if it's interesting. I just remembered it. So he was a king and how he became a saint. So, so he was given a fruit by some sadhu, a magical fruit, which will give him great youth, eternal youth. He thought, no, my beautiful beloved wife, she deserves this. If she is beautiful, then I'm happy. If I am youthful and she becomes old, what's the use? So he gives it to her. His wife gave it to her lover. She had a secret friend, okay. So she thought it is good for him. Now this lover was having not a good character, obviously was not loyal to this king's wife also. He gave it to his favorite prostitute. This prostitute had a good character. She thought something so great, I don't deserve it. She went and gave it to king. And Bhartrihari came to know what happened. And then he thought, hey, all this kingdom, power, everything seems to be fictitious, and then took sannyas. Okay, so this is the interesting story. Any questions now? Okay, so I'll do final Omkar. Then try to sleep. And I hope Shavasana was relaxing. That was the first try. Thank you, guys.